All right, here we are. I wanted to show you the wood we start with in making these crosses. 30 of these. Turned out very nice. So I thought I'd show you the process of how I made these. Starting with the wood. This is called Purple Heart. It's 1 inch thick, and I have several boards of this that I ended up with by God's grace, and it's a beautiful wood. When you work the wood, when you sand it or work the wood, it's brown. But within a half an hour or an hour of being exposed to light, especially sunlight, it turns this beautiful purple color. So it oxidizes to purple, makes it a beautiful wood. It stays purple, doesn't change back to any other color. As long as it's in the light, it oxidizes. This side, you can see, is a little browner than this side because this side has been exposed to the light. This side has primarily been laid down away from the light. So Purple Heart, that's what I start with. So this video is going to show you the steps that I go through to make these crucifixes. I begin by cutting the pieces of the cross to fit each other. And now I need to cut the channel so that they go together. So I do that on a router. Very important that that line there that I'm working on stays together so that the pieces are cut exactly where they need to be cut. And then when the router starts, I need to make sure that I move very slowly so that I don't get any tear out as the blade goes through the wood. And so now you can see how this is going to put the two pieces together. So now that I have the channel cut in both pieces, I need to clean it up a little bit, get the fuzz off of it. So I just use this little file. Just clean the fuzz off so I'll get a nice fit when they come together. Oh, got a piece chipped off there. Fuzz comes off pretty easy. So there we have it. We have the fuzz off, and then they'll go together like that. I'll show you how we put them together later. So now, time to put them together. To do that, I use a vise. Put a little drop of super glue in there. Don't really need it. You'll see that this joint is very tightly fit together. In fact, it takes the vise to actually press them in together. But the super glue is just for assurance, because wood does swell and shrink with humidity and the lack of humidity. So I scrunch them together. Now we're ready to put the corpus on the cross. So the first thing I do is mark the holes that I need to drill to put the nails in. And I use an awl here, press them in, and then I tap them just a little bit harder, just so it's easier to see when I drill the holes for the nails. Now I have the nails pushed through the holes. They're solid brass nails. So what I'll do next is clip them off. I clip off most of the nail, just leave a little nub behind. I need that little bit of nub because I'm going to hammer it down with a ball peen hammer. I'm going to literally flatten it out and create a head on the back side of the crucifix. That soft brass smashes down quite well and forces the nail, forces pressure on the nail inside the wood and holds it together. I also have a little bit of super glue in each of those holes just for assurance. We Lutherans like assurance. Now I'm going to peen those nail pieces down. You can see them flatten out there. And so like I said, it spreads out and it gives a nice tight fit to that nail, forces it down into the wood, spreads out, so it's a good strong hold. So that doesn't take long. Get them peened down. And now the corpus is on.